Well, hello from Dallas. Dom Tiberi, joined by Nicole Shearin. And Nicole, it is game day. We are finally here. This has been a quick trip. We came in Wednesday, and here we are Friday, and the Buckeyes are going to play. Now, the one thing, my big takeaway, and I got it last night. First of all, I just want to thank Coach Ryan Day
thank you, Coach.
For taking time out to go one-on-one with me at 4 o'clock, let our 4 o'clock news with Coach. And he joined, he let us come over to the team hotel, and we went live with him. And it was really kind of neat to watch what he was doing. He was going to each meeting room. All the players were in their different individual meeting rooms. Coach went into each one, and then he came out with us. And after that live shot with us, then all the players came out, and they got on the buses, and they were heading over to AT&T Stadium for their practice over there, walkthrough last night. I was definitely took notice of just how serious all of them were. There was not a lot of goofing around. They had their game faces on. This is a business trip. It's like some of the players have said, while this is, the Cotton Bowl was one of the best bowl games there was, but it's really not a bowl game like it was before.
Right.
They've only been here since Wednesday, and this is a business trip. This is a playoff game also, and the playoff game is what's important. They need to win this game to get to face now Notre Dame on January 20th in Atlanta in the national title game. And I fully think Ohio State is the better team.
Yeah.
But with that said, weirder things have happened, Nicole. We are in the state of Texas. This is Longhorn country.
It is.
And I'm hoping there's going to be a bunch of Buckeye fans at the stadium tonight. But I would think Texas will travel very well, and because we're here.
I mean, yeah, and it's drivable. It's 3.5, 4 hours maybe.
Well, everyone in Dallas is a Longhorn fan.
Exactly. The whole state of Texas, I mean, you've got SMU and TCU too, but the whole state of Texas, their loyalties lie with the Longhorns. So it's very easy for the Burnt Orange to make their way, but we were at the airport. We talked to a lot of fans making the trip from Columbus. I'm not concerned about Buckeye fans, taking over AT&T as well.
Well, the good news is, too, here in Dallas, there's a large Buckeye Alumni Association, so hopefully they're going to be there. Obviously, the weather yesterday kind of made things a mess for a lot of the fans that came in. We really haven't seen anyone because it was like it was like no one. I mean, I want you to think about this. Yesterday, folks, we're on the freeway, the George Bush Turnpike, going from Dallas down to Arlington, and in years past when we've driven, it's just bumper to bumper.
Oh yeah. Texas traffic.
At one point, we had 2 cars in front of us. There was nobody on the roads yesterday.
It's great for
and
us.
We were warned by all the locals that this town will completely shut down. And it was funny because 2 things we didn't see, salt trucks or snow plows, because apparently they don't have them down here. Back to the game. Tonight, the weather will be much better. It's going to get into the 40s, and it's inside.
Yeah.
With that said, it is games like this, Nicole, that legends are made.
Yep.
Let's start with Texas. Here's a guy named Quinn Ewers. He started at Ohio State as a freshman and then, transferred out and came down to UT. He is a local homegrown product. This could be his defining moment.
Yes.
A win in this game in his home state against the team he started with. This is what movies are made. And we hope it doesn't happen, but that is what he is hoping for.
Well, and I will say, too, I think there's a little bit of a point to prove that Quinn Ewers feels because the fan base has kind of turned quickly on wanting Arch Manning to be in that game. And I think a part of Quinn, like you said, this is his moment to really shine on one of college football's biggest stages. And like you said, he's going up against a team he played with. I mean, yes, he only played 3 snaps with the Buckeyes, but even Quinn told me the other day, he took what he learned at Ohio State, and it's what made him the quarterback he is today. He faced guys like Emeka Egbuka, Tyleik Williams. He roomed with Jack Sawyer. He's got the connections. He has all the respect for Ryan Day. This could be a huge defining moment in that guy's career.
And, he's got a lot of friends still on this Ohio State football team. It's well documented. He roomed with Jack Sawyer. He's buddies with, a bunch of the guys on defense.
Donovan Jackson, O-line,
Yeah, looking forward to seeing some of those guys. Maybe, maybe not. Ask Dylan Gabriel what he thinks.
I think he's still having nightmares about that.
Yeah, about JT Tuimoloau, Jack Sawyer, Tyler, and the hits keep coming. And, although those guys are really good friends, they want to sack him.
Well,
and you look at Dylan Gabriel, he got sacked 8 times in this last Oregon game. The first time they met, they got zero. This defense is playing at a level that is championship caliber.
Well, and you always say defense wins championships,
Yes,
and that's absolutely true. I mean, the reality is this defense is peaking at the right time. This offense is peaking at the right time. This whole team is clicking on all cylinders when it absolutely matters most. So Quinn Ewers, I've always said, I was telling you earlier this week, if the defense can rattle Quinn Ewers, I've seen Quinn rattled. It doesn't go well for him. He spirals after that. There could be a world where Arch Manning gets in this game tonight, truly.
Well, and on the other side, we talked about Quinn. This could be Will Howard's defining moment. He has played outstanding in the first 2 playoff games. That was after not a very good performance against that team up north that led to a loss. This game could propel him to a stature. I mean, you'd think it could be just 3 amazing games for Will Howard.
Right.
What he needs to do more than anything is protect the football. Don't beat yourself. And if they can continue, and the motto on offense, get the ball to your best players.
Yep.
It's a simple philosophy, but I think Ohio State is now doing it at a level that we all thought they could. Jeremiah Smith, Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, get the ball to those guys. You don't have to throw the ball long, but use the passing game to open it up, play with tempo, play fast, and get off to a quick start.
Yep.
Hit them in the mouth in their own place, make them dizzy right from the beginning, and then take them out. That's what I say.
Well, I agree with all of that. Hit him in the mouth. That's right. That's one of your favorite sayings.
Hit him in the Jack Tatum used to say that, the great Jack Tatum.
And when in doubt, like Tim says, air it out. We like that too.
Jack Tatum, when he played, and he would tell the Buckeyes, the great Jack Tatum would say, you get off the bus and you go hit him in the mouth. You get off the bus and you walk in and you hit him in the mouth. What he was saying, you get on the field and the first thing you do is you pop them. You let them know that you mean business and take the fight away from them. Take the fight away from them. Woody Hayes also used to talk, and here's what you want to say about the fans. The fans. Everybody hates Ohio State. That's great. Woody used to go into opposing stadiums, and he'd gather his guys around, and they'd be booing and screaming. And he goes, come here, guys. You hear that?
Fuel to the fire.
You think they do that for Indiana? You think they do that for Purdue? Hell no. They do it because we're Ohio State.
They want to be the enemies.
They do it because we're Ohio State. Now let's go out there and make those, I won't say what he said, sit on their hands. Make them go sit on their hands. And that's what he would do.
I mean, yeah, the players.
Make them sit on their hands tonight, the UT fans. Sit on your hands.
Sit on your hands.
Sorry, I'm getting fired up.
I was
I'm
about
channeling
to say,
Woody
you're really
Hayes.
on your
I'm just
soapbox
channeling
right
Woody
now.
Hayes. I'm just
Here,
well,
I'm
fired up. Have you seen her outfit today, ladies and gentlemen?
She has on
her conquistador
My red
pants
boots.
with the stripes up there.
Boots. Dom, when in Texas, whip out the cowboy boots because everything's bigger
you look
in Texas.
good. You look very nice.
Yeehaw. You know, I used to live here, so I know what it's like around here. I got a cowboy hat, too. For those watching, I wore it yesterday. Did you.
Did you just drop a yeehaw on me?
Yeehaw. Yeah.
Did you like that show?
Yeehaw?
Yeah, it was a show.
I had never seen it.
Picking and grinning.
Anyways, back to football. Going off of what you were saying about Will Howard, one point I want to bring up, and we talked about this.
Yes.
Throughout the season, Will has had so many external motivators, whether it's proving a point against Penn State, revenge against Oregon. This one, he has yet to beat Texas. When he was at Kansas State in the Big 12, Texas was the only team he did not beat.
Right.
That guy, the fire in Will Howard is unlike anything I think I've seen before. Those external factors are huge for how he performs out on the field.
Well, I think he is going to play big.
Yep.
I think they have a formula going. Now, with that said, the strength of Texas to me is their defense.
Yes.
I think Ohio State's strength now is both offense and defense, the way they're playing. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think the big question mark is the Texas offense.
Yep.
what are they going to be able to do against this Ohio State defense that has shut down pretty much everyone they faced the last couple games?
I go back to how Quinn Ewers looked at the very beginning of the season.
Yes.
That Texas team was scary. I remember watching them thinking, wow, this team is going to win a national championship with the way they looked. I think since then they've struggled. They've had ebbs and flows. But if Quinn Ewers plays like that, like how he did at the beginning of the year,
well,
it's going to be a dogfight.
Ohio State is a 6-point favorite in this game. Ohio State is now the favorite to win the national title. And this is an amazing turnaround for a football team that a month ago everybody was just down on.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden everybody has rediscovered Ohio State. And it's easy to see because of what they've been able to do offensively and defensively against two very good football teams. There's been two dominant blowouts throughout this playoff, and both of them from Ohio State. Ohio State, Steve Sarkisian said yesterday, there's no wonder Ohio State's going to be the favorite if you saw the way they played the last two games. Now, he was a big fan. Yesterday, Steve came across as the #1 fan of Ryan Day.
They both were fans of each other, which I think is awesome.
Steve was even more.
Yeah,
and
he was.
You don't believe that. And Ryan knew what he was doing, and Ryan gave it back to him. But
Steve called them. He said, "We're the underdogs."
Well, yeah.
And they are.
Well, everyone wants to be the
underdog. Exactly. Everybody wants to be
I'm the underdog. Everyone wants to be the underdog.
Bark.
Bark?
Underdog.
What in the world? Bark? Arf? Arf? What are you?
You're an underdog.
Okay.
Anyways,
All
you're right. Everyone's okay. One last point on that.
Go ahead. Please go ahead, and let's not go back to the barking.
Can we lastly talk about my one concern with this Ohio State team is not the rat poison, that whole factor of not, like you're saying, you want to be an underdog. Yeah, the noise. That's my only concern going into this game.
Well, that goes back to what I said a month ago.
Yeah, everybody was
down on him. Now everybody loves him. And let's face facts. Ryan Day said it best yesterday when he did the interview with me. He said, we need Buckeye Nation. We need a positive Buckeye Nation at the stadium, at home, on social media, because our kids love you and they feed off you. Here's the bottom line, though. This is the same Ryan said it the other day. We're the same players, the same coaches, the same everybody that a month ago everyone was down on. We're the same guys. Nothing's changed. We're the same. Now, we're playing better, and we have got the job done, but we're the same people. And as he said, it didn't matter then, and it doesn't matter now. The big thing is with all this, there's going to be, and I've said this from day one, there's going to be a learning curve. This is pro football in the college ranks. This is the first year of it. It will be tweaked. It will grow. They want to go to 14. They want to go to 16 teams. That game with Michigan is always going to be a big game.
Yep.
I mean, I grew up with the 10-year war. I'm from Columbus. But the sanctity of that game and the whole deal with that game, it's changing. And it's going to continue to change because, as I've said before, there's only been one undefeated NFL team, the Miami Dolphins. No one remembers, you want to beat that team, but more importantly, you want to win the national title. And if Ohio State beats Texas tonight, they will play Notre Dame January 20th for the national title, and that is what the ultimate goal is.
I've said this once, and I will say it again, my final thought. I think losing to that team up north may have been the best thing that ever happened to this Ohio State team. As wild as it sounds. I do. I
think you might be right in a way from the standpoint that I am not a big fan now of these conference championships. Ask your Georgia Bulldogs what they got out of theirs.
Every conference champion lost.
Well, they also got their quarterback hurt in that game.
Yeah, I know, and now he's in the transfer portal.
Ohio State did not have to go a long time without playing a game, and Ohio State got to play quicker, and we saw how I just think it might have been a blessing in disguise. You hate losing to that team. But, it's the times are changing. You could play that team three times in a month. 3 times in a month? The greatest rivalry? 3 times in a month? What are we talking about? Anyways, I like the Buckeyes to win 35-24.
I like them 24-14.
She's Nicole Shearin. I'm Dom Tiberi. Keep it on 10 TV, 10 TV Plus, 97.1 The Fan for all your coverage needs. Let's hope the Buckeyes win, and we'll continue this party in Atlanta.